Hi, I'm Liz George for Access New Jersey. I'm here in Warren Township at the Wagner Farm Arboretum Community Gardens and Learning Center. It's a wonderful place where many people volunteer to see gardens grow and butterflies fly. So let's go take a look.
Hi, my name is Suzanne Smith and I'm the president of the Wagner Farm Arboretum in Warren Township, New Jersey. I'm glad that you've are joining us today. I'll give you a little bit of history about the Arboretum. This was originally a dairy farm, and the Wagner family decided they were going to sell it. And to make a long story short, the township ended up purchasing it, and a whole year was spent trying to decide how the property should be used. And after considering golf courses and many other things, it was decided that it would be an arboretum. Several of us that worked on the committees to make that decision joined the Arboretum as a corporation, and 3 of us are still very active 10 years later. The first thing we put in was a community garden, and the community garden is a place where you can go and actually rent a plot. They're 10 by 20 for the season, and you can grow whatever you would like. You can grow vegetables, you can grow fruit, anything as long as you don't shade your neighbor. And it's all organic, so you're not allowed to use any unnatural pesticides, fertilizers, that type of thing. We have approximately 117 plots that are rented, and we always have a waiting list. When we first started doing this, a gentleman named Ernie Cottrell approached us, and he had always had a vision of having a garden somewhere in the township where produce could be grown and given to the needy. So he made a presentation to us, and we thought it was a wonderful idea, and out of that was born the idea of our giving garden. And Ernie has been the person to run it since the beginning. He's still with us, and he is very active. He spends many, many hours in the garden organizing things as well as planting. And we do another program as part of that where we go into the local elementary schools, and the children they actually have an opportunity to grow seeds. We bring the soil, we bring packs, we bring the seeds, and the kids plant them in the classroom. They take them back, put them on a windowsill, water them, nurture them, and when it's time for them to be put into the giving garden, they're actually bussed over here, and the children actually get to plant their own plants, and then of course they're welcome to come back at any time to take a look at what they've grown. We have a lot of volunteers. Actually, the whole Arboretum is run by all volunteers with the exception of one part-time person, but it takes a lot of volunteers to run the community garden. Over I think it's about a 6-year period of time, they've managed to grow enough produce that they've donated. We're getting close to about 80,000 pounds of produce that has been donated to food banks, soup kitchens, and that type of thing in this general area. Morris County, Somerset County, Essex County, Union County, this whole general area. As the summer goes on, we have more and more produce, so sometimes we expand out and then have to sort of draw it back in again. Right now, I'm standing in the children's garden, and this was the first formal garden that we decided to plant. We have a very large fenced-in area here where we intend to expand on the gardens, but the first garden we did put in was the children's garden, and this is where we have some replicas of the cows, which are to represent the dairy farm that used to be on the property. We have a maze over in this area where the kids can play, and we're working on putting a little feature in the middle of it. The section over in this area is actually shaped like a butterfly. So as the flowers come up, you can actually see the outline of the butterfly. And right here you'll see all the letters of the alphabet, and the different letters of the alphabet represent each one of the plants that's planted in front of it. They all start with that particular letter of the alphabet. The plants are put in front of that letter. I've actually come over here and I've been working up by the store, and the next thing I know I hear children laughing, and I come down here and find that one of the schools has brought over a whole classroom, and they've lined themselves up alphabetically according to their names in front of the letters, and they're having a lot of fun. And we've got a lot of other ideas of different features we'd like to put in here. We do have one little turtle drum, but we'd like to add some additional musical instruments for the children to play with. We also do several events during the year. The first one we start off with is in the spring. We do what we call Spring Blooms, and that consists of a plant sale that is right here at the Arboretum. And in addition, we recently took over the Watchung Hill Gardeners Garden Club, and they're now part of the Arboretum Garden Club, and they also do an off-site plant sale. In addition to that, we do like a family fun day, and we have face painters, we have fun bus, we have tattoos, we have carnival games, we have many vendors, and it's a whole lot of fun to come and visit us on that day and that weekend. After that, the next event we're doing this year is what we're calling a butterfly release, and we've done this before. It was a very big hit. And you can actually purchase butterflies. This year we'll have 2 different types. We'll have monarchs and painted ladies, and a whole group of people, we had hundreds, I can't even remember how many, all release their butterflies at the same time. That will be in July, and in addition to the release, we again will have vendors. We plan on having a karate school and a dance school come over for entertainment, and I'm sure between now and then we'll come up with other ideas. We also partner with Recreation, where we do a movie night here right in the Children's Garden. That will take place in August. And then our biggest event of the year is what we call Bright Nights. And Bright Nights consists of a very elongated pumpkin path, which actually meanders all through this area where I'm standing right now. And we have carved and lighted pumpkins. And I'm not talking just individual pumpkins, although we do have some of those. We have very large creative structures that we've put together. I have a lot of very creative people that work on the pumpkins. For example, last year we added a new feature. It was a skeleton horse, which is bigger than life size, with a skeleton rider on it. We have Medusa's head. We had a whole section which was the Wild West, where you could see the heads of all different famous cowboys and Indians. And then once you get done meandering through this area, you would go up towards where our office is located. And in the office building, we have a cafe, which has all kinds of great treats. In addition to, girls can have their nails painted and the boys can have tattoos put on them. And we have a haunted house. So there's lots of fun things for the kids to do that night. And last year we had over 5,000 people attend. The last thing we do in the year is what we call a holiday boutique, and we bring in local crafters, and they could sell anything from artwork that they have painted, jewelry, pocketbooks, all kinds of local crafts that are actually handmade by the people that are in this general area. And we do that between Thanksgiving and right up until about the week before Christmas. And that's pretty much what keeps us very busy all year long. Those are all the things that we have to offer during the year. We'd love to have you come visit us, come during the summer, see our lovely flowers, come during any of the events. If you'd like more information about what goes on here, please check our website at wfafnj.org, and also we have a Facebook page. Thanks for visiting.
Thanks for joining us. For Access New Jersey, I'm Liz George.